I think the moths have already been through this area. I'm going through a lot of area that just looks like a tree graveyard. And the trees are really thin. They're not as thin here as they are in other places. It's just really sad. There hasn't been a lot of canopy to keep the sun off. I got into camp later than usual yesterday. Once I got my tent set up, I got in and I didn't get out. And I was asleep before the sun went down. Then about 11, I woke up and there was a fireworks display. Thankfully, this one was not as close as the one the night before. But still, it was a fireworks display nonetheless, because it went on for about 20 minutes. I left camp at about 5. I'm trying to beat the heat. It has been really bad. I did a few more miles yesterday than I really wanted to. Today, I'm planning on about 16. And hoping and praying that the water source there is good, because I can't do water carries like yesterday again. If I had decided for sure that I was going to stop at that shelter, there was a brook right before that shelter, but I didn't know what I was going to do when I left Canopus Lake. So I'm not doing well. The past 2 mornings that I put on my clothes, I could have sworn that I'm smelling ammonia. When this happened on my first hike, I didn't realize it was happening until I got home and was separated from my backpack for several days. Went back to it and it was obviously ammonia. Oh, this is a beautiful oak. I hope it survives the moths. I believe this is my 4th day without a shower. And every morning I've been out here, I put on wet clothes, either due to that first rain or sweat. The clothes just don't dry out, and it has been so excessively hot, and I just don't have any energy. I don't think that my oatmeal is doing for me what it was doing, because I don't really pep up even a little bit until I've had one of those Gatorade bars. I can't get those everywhere. The Gatorade bars are 20 grams of protein. I don't know how many calories. But I'm very worried at this point, because I just don't feel good at this point. All I'm thinking about at 8:05 is getting to camp and getting into my tent. I probably should have eaten a supper last night, but I had that hamburger around 2 or 3, hiked 4 more miles. I ate a protein bar instead. I just couldn't do it. My pack is very heavy right now. I did throw away a supper since I didn't eat supper. There was a trash can there because people can order pizzas and stuff. That shelter, I don't know if I mentioned, it is an old house that they have taken one side off of and built platforms inside for people to sleep on for the shelter. So the tenting was on the lawn and it was jam-packed. But everybody is so tired. I think, because it quieted down before the sunset. So I'm web blazing, and I'm already sweating too. I'm worried. I'm tired. I think I'm definitely going to take a 0 in Salisbury, Connecticut, at Maria McCabe's. She passed away, but her grandson is keeping the hostel going. The mosquitoes have been bad, but I don't know how much further I have to go, how many more days. I don't know if my mail drop is right. It was a 6-day mail drop. But I'd already been out 1 day before I picked up my mail drop in Fort Montgomery. That was supposed to last 6 days. And I gotta tell you, all I want to do is get a shower at this point. So everything is really expensive. I'm nearing up here toward Kent, Connecticut, and all of the expensive places. So, not sure what's gonna happen, but I be struggling. So, I guess that's it for now. Pointing out all of these dead trees. Hello, I did 16.8 miles today. I left really early. I was hoping to beat the heat, and I guess I got here at about 1:30. And I hung my bare bag line. I always like to do that first, in case I have trouble with it. So I got that out of the way, and then I ate, and I did some calculating, trying to figure out where I'm gonna go tomorrow. And it's about 3:53 now. When I got here, I went down to the shelter first, but there were no tenting sites down there. And I'd gotten my water down there, and I'd seen this spot. It's about 0.1 before the shelter. And the stream that is the water source down there runs right by this campsite. So if I had known, I would have just stopped here and gotten my water here. It's just right here. I was absolutely spent. My legs felt weak, and I was just really low energy. Bud went to Walmart today and was able to, he texted me and told me he was able to find the Gatorade bars and some unflavored, unsweetened whey protein powder, which he is going to send me, and I'm either going to put it in my oatmeal or, gotta tell you, I'm even considering cold soaking. As repulsive as that sounds to me, if it gets my pack weight down, I'm willing to do it. So I might try getting a bottle and putting some of that protein powder and coffee in it and see how that does. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to get it down some way, because I think I mentioned that I'm pretty sure I'm starting to smell like ammonia, which means that my body is eating its muscle. So, it's almost 4. I'm going to edit my video and then go to bed. My feet and legs hurt. They just ache, and I'm just tired. And I'm worried that my body is starting to break down. Maybe I'm just having some bad days. Maybe I'm just losing some weight. Maybe I just had a calorie deficit a couple of days. I don't know. I'm still just trying to figure everything out, especially as far as nutrition on the trail. So, anyway, so far I'm here alone. The lawn where everybody set up their tents yesterday was packed. And I don't know if anyone else is going to land here or not. Just a mile ahead is Pauling, New York. And there is apparently a park where people can camp. There is a deli that will let you camp for a small fee. But you got to hitch in there or hike like 3 miles or something like that. And that's not for me. I'm not going to hitch just to stay at a park when I can stay right here. We've been under a heat advisory. I know today and tomorrow. I don't know if we were yesterday or not, but it has been so hot. And that just really makes everything harder. The water sources were better today. However, most of them are just brown and yucky looking. Some of them they advise that you don't use, especially coming up from the Housatonic River, I think. I'll be in Connecticut either tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure. I am desperate for a shower. I think it has been 1, 2, 3. I think this is day 4 without a shower, and I've got at least 3 more days. At least. And that's if I go into the hostel after like 17 or 18 miles. Otherwise, I'll go in the next morning. So, I guess that's it for now. This is Rebound, signing out. I forgot to say that I met one of my followers today. She is out here doing a LASH, L-A-S-H. It stands for Long Ass Section Hike. And she met someone else who was also doing a LASH, whose name is Auntie Incline. And so I saw them today. She recognized me. And both of them were very nice, and it's always kind of strange when I meet somebody, but because, I don't know, it's just weird. I'm not any kind of celebrity or anything. I'm just some weirdo geek who's trying to have a YouTube channel. So anyway, but they were very kind. This is Rebound, signing out.